Sunita L in Langhorne. Scope of work's going to be bed cleanup, edging, a little bit of stone install, burying some downspouts, and a little bit of shrub pruning, starting in the backyard. Access for the backyard, you got a double wide, or not a double wide, but a wide gate, single on this side, just FYI. So starting back here, so she just kind of wants to clean up. It's got to be done by before the end of June. She just wants it looking good for an event that she has coming up. So just kind of cleaning up the beds where she said wherever there's stone that it looks kind of light and the fabric showing, she wants us to bring in a little bit. I don't see a ton, maybe a couple bags of the stuff. For reference, I took a picture, but it's a red, Tibble, but it's like bigger. She said there's bags of it at Home Depot, so that's probably your best bet. Pick up a couple bags of that. So yeah, so you got some weeds. I would weed it out, put down a little bit of preen, like Shrefflon, whatever, light sprinkle, and then I would spot spray a little bit. So for trimming, and she wants edging, and I did clarify to her. I said, hey, listen, we could do it two ways. I can just come in quick with a string trimmer for a price, and she said, no, I want it like really dug out with a shovel, like a real nice deep edge. So I said, all right, we'll have to pull the rock back, and probably like a bed redefiner can probably do most of it. I don't think you need whatever, shovel, bed redefiner, whatever you want to do. But there is a good bit of edging back here to tighten up. It already looks semi-decent, so I think you can just kind of overline it a little bit and it'll be good. Other quick note, she had another landscaper do the work last year. She said they were good, but now they're booked out. But she definitely seems like they are very, call it, high maintenance, attention to detail. So just kind of like dial it in when you're doing your work here. Anyway, so yeah, pull all the stone back, edge it out however you means necessary, slide some of the rock back, clean up of the beds. No trimming of anything really back here. A little bit of weeds poking at the moment. I'm sure it'll get a little bit worse, but yeah, no real trimming. A couple down branches here to pick up and clean up. This guy, you can do a quick little trim, just the funky stuff that's really sticking out. Chop, that's about it. Again, a couple branches, pine cones. She does want a couple of the low branches, I forgot to say that, just cut off down here. So a couple of the low ones, I would just take a couple out and then go check with her. Hey, is this good? Yeah, take a couple more, whatever. She wasn't super specific of every branch, but she said just some of the low stuff, just chop it. I would say some of the low branches, and then maybe chop a couple of these too. On here, just kind of bed cleanup. No trimming or anything. These, obviously edge it. This is the stone that we're going to be getting to bring in, FYI, fixing up some downspouts. So bed cleanup here, not really any pruning here. I'll leave it alone, just edging and touching up the beds. They don't seem too bad. I did notice there was one spot like right there, the fabric starting to show. You get some stone in right here. You got a little bit of fabric starting to show, so a little bit of stone in there. That's kind of the process for adding in the stone here. You have bigger stone in these beds, and then it switches to smaller stone. I'll talk about that in a minute, but I don't foresee that you're going to need to bring any small stones. This area, so downspout, a little bit funky here. So she wants this downspout buried. Wondering, we're probably gonna have to pick up a downspout that's tougher like this one. This one's too flimsy. It's gonna break when we pile stone on it. This one's a lot tougher. So this one, it almost feels like I can stand on it and it won't break. That one would definitely crack. So I'll have to pick up from Depot something that's just like this. It kind of like extends and shortens, whatever. Anyway, what she wants done is she wants this downspout under the rock, just like this one is basically. And it's attached right to here. So remove all the stone, dig it out, run the line to here, put the stone back on top. That's what you'll be doing. This azalea is dead, rip it out, remove it, and then this plant that's in that pot there, she wants put in right here. These bushes seem fine. Again, she wants the stone spot touched up. You'll be removing some of the stone in two other spots back here and in the front, so you can actually probably use that to touch up any area. And I don't really see a lot where it's thin, but all right, next downspout. So this one, that one's pretty tough. I think you can use this one. It's just this white one that's real flimsy. We have to replace that. So this one, she wants basically just it to be buried underground. And it's okay that it's going to be like sticking out here or whatever. She just it always pops off is her point. So if we hook it to there and then just basically dig out the stone here and then pile it back on top, might be a little funky and playing with stuff or whatever, and whatever, messing with this area to figure it out exactly how she likes it. You might do it and see, do your best with things you think looks good and then check out with her. But essentially she wants this like buried where it's not going to always pop off. She said they get an event, they have like people over, and then like somebody bumps it, it pops off, so they just want it like kind of staying still. So that's that for that area. And then moving over to here, same concept, kind of clean up the beds. Not much in the way of trimming needed. Back here, most of the trimming is going to be on the side and the front. So this area, you could probably lightly prune this azalea, but this area, this downspout, we are going to do a little bit different. So that white stone that I had earlier in the video, what you'll do is dig out and remove this red tibble, this small stuff, and then you can use that to spot fill in anywhere that you need. But what you'll need to do is dig it out a good bit. I would get it all out of the area, and then you're going to replace it with that white stone, and you can, she said, make it like a fan, like it starts small and then it fans out. So kind of like a sort of like a V type of look, boom boom boom, kind of like the downspout that it sits on. But do that with stone kind of in this area, and then you can actually get rid of this entire tube. This one seems a little tougher. I'm wondering if you can maybe utilize this one for one over there. I would still pick up one from Depot. You might be able to use this too though. Anyway, you can get rid of this extra extender piece, and then this one you can like shorten it up. She wants the downspout to just go shoot water into that goose egg. We could use goose egg stone kind of right in this area, and that way it's not on our walkway, it's not shooting water out over here, whatever. She ideally wants the water to just go into that goose egg stone and then settle into the ground. So we'll have to dig all this out, replace it with goose egg, have that for the spot where the water shoots into, if that makes sense. Over here, pruning and shaping all these. Over here, just kind of like a light shape up, touch up, prune. Use some of that stone to touch up wherever you see fabric or wherever it seems a little bit light. You know, any weeding you can get done. These, if they're like looking like that, you can just cut them, deadhead them. These are probably done blooming over for the year. You could prune this back a little bit now. Prune and shape this guy. I'm going to close it out here in the front. So same concept that I just talked about with the white stone in the back. We're going to do it here. So you can utilize this. Let me see. That one's pretty tough. So you can utilize that, dig all this out, use this stone wherever you want, fill it in with that goose egg. Here's what I'm talking about, a fan, like kind of starts skinny and goes wide. Fill this whole area with goose egg, have the spout. You can even shorten it up a little bit and have it shoot right into the pile of white stone here. And then prune and shape these along the front. These all look pretty good from a trimming standpoint. All this looks good. Lightly prune and shape that. I would just give it a squared off look. Again, edging. You don't need to edge here, but you got to edge just in this spot. Then it switches to retaining wall. So edge that out. Don't see the stone really light anywhere, but if you notice anywhere, you can just throw a little bit down from those two spots. And then prune and shape this guy up. Right now, I'm going to put a note in there so you can get the lights off the tree for us. Just notice that there's lights on here, but yeah, just want to like prune this whole thing back. I would just trim it all around, just kind of shrink it down. It's getting on the house, it's getting outside the bed. So just close it in, prune it up, and that's it. Maybe prune that guy up, and that's it.